A couple of weeks ago, as I was praying for our ministry, I got two words: cracked foundations. I thought, what's that about? So I pondered it over these last 2 weeks, and this is what I think God was trying to say. As believers, when we become Christians, we are putting our faith in a strong foundation, who is Jesus Christ. And he tells us to build our lives on the rock. And so that when difficult times come, when winds and turmoil comes, we are on a firm foundation and we can't be shifted. However, the problem is that we often build on that firm foundation with cracked building materials. And what God was showing me about this is as we start to build our lives, even though we've got a solid base of Jesus Christ, we use faulty building materials. We take the building materials based on our past experiences and past assumptions and conclusions that we have out of our hurts and the mess that's been our lives, and we use those basic assumptions on top of Jesus and build from there up. And as a result, things don't go well. Our marriages are much more difficult and rocky than we expect. And raising kids, we're constantly making mistakes and it's not easy. Or friendships that we thought we could really count on to be encouraging and supportive are actually distant and hurtful. And we start to wonder, what's gone wrong? Why is life not going the way it should when I have Jesus as my Savior? And it's because what we are doing is we're actually building our lives on the lies that we've believed because of our past hurts, instead of on the truth that God has told us to build it on, out of His Word and out of His revelation that He gives us as we go through life. And so how do you get rid of these cracked building materials in our lives? And basically we have to expose what lies we've been believing and therefore have been building our life on. And so these lies may be things like, I'm just not good enough for that new job, or why speak up? No one's going to listen to me anyways. You don't have anything to say. Or I'm not worth loving, and no one would like me. So I'll just hide away in this corner, or I'll just make a mess of things. So why bother trying? All of these kinds of lies will affect how we build our lives, even on a solid base of Jesus Christ as a firm foundation. And so to expose these cracked foundations is we need to ask Jesus where these lies are in our lives, so that we can ask Him to bring the truth into those lies, so that we have the antidote, or the solution to stop us or help us stop from believing these things. And we really need to devour Scripture to find out what He says about us, how He feels about us, and what His plans and purposes are for us, so that we can stand on solid truth instead of the flimsy lies that we have been using because of what our past experiences are. And so I encourage you to ask Him where the lies are, ask Him what the truth is, and delve into Scripture to really understand the truth that He's got for you, that's there in His Word. And we want to hear from you. If this has resonated, that you're recognizing that you've had some cracked foundations and that God is bringing healing to that, I encourage you to leave a note below this blog, and be sure to sign up to get these emails on a weekly basis. And Grant will talk to you again next week.